Howdy, Amber from Beyond the Mask. I wanted to share a little bit about what I have been going through over the last week and a half or 2 weeks. I lay out crystal grids and I use crystals in my energy work. And I had the opportunity to investigate a store, a brick and mortar store that is available for purchase. So the gentleman went into the store, walked around, and ended up making a massive crystal purchase. Like, it's an actual one massive crystal. And for me, that's a pretty major investment and shift in the things that I bring home. And in the course of that visit to that store, he announced that it was for sale. And so I had to kind of pull the thread on that and explore that. Now, I am a 1-3 splenic projector. So 1 means I need to gather information. 3 means I need to go and experience things. Splenic projector means I get to change my mind in the moment. So my experience then ended up being, I made an appointment to go meet with him. We talked for about an hour and a half. I gathered some information. And then I felt my body and my energetics. And at the end of the conversation, I really felt the energy just really drain out of my body. And for me, that was a really important indicator. Then I had to talk. So on my way home, this store is about an hour from my house. So not only would it be a brick and mortar store, but it also involves an hour commute each direction. And as a store owner, you have to be available for lots of different things. And so that's a consideration too. And I'm coming out of an era where I've had time freedom. And having something that's a brick and mortar store is actually going to push against that time freedom. So part of my decision-making process has been to talk about it, right? To talk through it, to vision, to dream, to see the possibilities, to understand the area, to gather information, and then to feel into my body what feels right and aligned. And it's been a process. It's been a back and forth. It's been up and down. And I think I'm finally coming to terms with my decision on whether I move forward. So got the initial conversation going. I had reached out to somebody who knows how to do business valuation. So be able to take the data and then come up with here's what the business is worth process. And then I would make a decision based on that. If it got to that point, like if I came out of that conversation being excited, seeing the possibilities, like everything was a yes, then I would move forward with the business valuation. But the fact of the matter is, during the conversation, there were 2 things that kind of spoke to me. Specifically, one was, if you put a sign up that says tarot readings, you're gonna lose a bunch of clientele. And that to me was an indicator of the area and his clientele that he's called in. So I understand I'm a different energetic, I'm a different owner, but I'm also not from the area. And as a projector, environment matters. And so if I'm going to an area and then I put out a sign and it wasn't something that was invited to be in the area, then I'm going to be kind of fighting my own energetics to really try to create something. And the other thing that I was really wrestling with is, how do I roll my energy work into it? Because learning the business and having the support means that there's there's a consideration for how quickly can I transform the business into my own vision and my own energetics. And with that business comes an employee, and how much are they willing to subscribe to my vision for the store. So I've been wrestling with all of those things. I wanted to just kind of feel into it. And what I would tell you is that energetically, when I got back from that meeting and then the whole following next day, I was completely depleted. And so take note of the way that you feel about things when you're in a big decision. It's not that it's not aligned, because the idea and the potential is aligned, but perhaps the timing and the location may not be aligned. So another thing about me is I do crave freedom, and I really want to be in a place that is warm and sunny. Not just sunny, but warm and sunny. And so does it make sense for me to invest a significant amount of money into a store that locks me into a place that is sunny but not considered warm for me? A place that I wouldn't be able to put out a sign that says, you could do metaphysical stuff here, and energy work. Do I have to change who I am in order to, fit into this pre-existing business, et cetera, right? There's just kind of a lot of variables. So it's really interesting to start listening to the body and seeing what does the body say and what is my intuitive guidance telling me, not necessarily my ego, but my intuitive guidance. And here's what I have come to understand is it's not in alignment. Like, it's just not currently in alignment. So to purchase that store, it would actually create a delay in some of the things that I want to put in place. So there's that. And if it's like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, just through the decision-making process, then I'm going to have energy that's going to be available and not available, available and not available for the store. So am I going to have to push against my own divine timing and my rhythm of life to be able to show up? Because guess what? That's a recipe for burnout for me, to push against my rest cycle. So I thought it was a cool opportunity. I think it is still a cool opportunity. I think somebody is going to find a real, literally it's going to be an amazing find for the right person. And I do believe that owning a store of some kind is still possible, but maybe it's an online version. And maybe it's something that I don't actually put in place until I really know where my roots are going to be planted. Because right now I'm not in a location, energetically speaking, where my roots are going to stay planted. I've already been pulling up those roots. So there is some form of a relocation in my future. I'm just not sure where or when. I may have a potential idea, but that's still a ways out. So anyway, I'm just sharing the process of making a decision between purchasing a brick and mortar crystal shop or creating a more flexible online version, a different business model that I can implement and create what works in alignment with me and my rhythms and my rest cycles and my intuitive guidance. So that's it for now. We're going to keep exploring what the right things are and playing with business and marketing and offers and all of that wonderful stuff. So if you are interested in crystal grid work, that is what I do. Lay out crystal grids. We do clearing and activations using them, property clearings, support of people going through removing some of their blocks, and resetting energies so that they can align with the goals and desires that they have in place, but are finding a hard time, taking the action and moving forward with those. So there will be more of that kind of stuff that will get shared, and I look forward to getting to connect with all of you as this unfolds. Thanks for your time.